got a new one. All right. So we will have some guests up in our box. They know that we were starting at 9 a.m. Before I bring anybody up, just going to give you a rundown. This is TattedDrunk. Now, for the last few nights, if you've been on around midnight or later, he has 100% been on, and I have received text messages between him and some ladies, and I've been watching him, and he does a couple things that most of us would consider not good. Number one, I have absolutely read him in a text saying that he would basically someone with his bare effing hands. He is dealing with the court right now because he and a pew had an incident with his brother-in-law. And he did say the other day, just so we're clear, I myself have witnessed the threats. The other day he did say you shouldn't mess with a man who's facing time in prison because he has nothing to lose, which was very derogatory, very condescending, very dangerous to say in general. And then last night, I know I got off, I went to bed, I laid down, I came back because I woke back up, couldn't fall asleep. And we watched him, and he happened to kind of hear that we were streaming him. So he went on this little rant about how everyone knows his mental health is not the greatest. And so basically he hoped, and he said my name specifically, he said, Mallory, I hope you look good in orange because you're going to get arrested for attempted unaliving. So he's very much one of those individuals. He plays into threats. He plays into mental health. He's very, very heavy on the godliness. And one of the discussions we had last night with some ladies in the box is that he does what he calls mental health time. And during mental health time, it's basically him speaking about God and not giving advice, but giving advice on mental health. And not only does he come off as weaponizing it, he comes off as trying to help people fix things, which is dangerous in and of itself because he's not a licensed psychologist or any of that. Because if he was, he would absolutely not be out here just giving advice to anybody and everybody. But the other thing that he does, thank you, Aubrey. And before I bring anybody up here, the other thing he does is that he does a waffle. Replace the W with an R, you've got it. Waffle. Now, a lot of these items that he gives look to be high-end items. I will tell you, some of them I've noticed the normal wear and tear scratches of, like, on a watch. He's giving away a watch. Okay, well, he's giving it away, but it's got normal wear tear scratches on it. Some people were joking last night that it almost looks like he's stolen stuff and is giving it away. He has given away Louis Vuittons and things. Now, the issue is the Louis Vuittons are, he's being told, fake. And he's coming back and he's saying, well, this specific shop that I got it from sold it to me, and I don't think they'd sell me a fake. So the people have gone back to the shop, and the shop has not sold him that bag. So he constantly, like, he has a tester-sized perfume thing, whatever. So if you send him a money gun, you get 1 entry into this waffle. But if you send him $25 on Venmo, he'll give you like 50 entries into this waffle. So he has, per other people, they've been able to find some of the items that he's giving away. They look high-end, they look luxury. He's getting them for, say, a ring for like 99 cents off of Temu. And then he's putting it in this waffle, and so he's not really investing as much as you would think into it, but he's expecting all of this money in return. So, in my opinion, yes, scam. I do not enter waffles on this here internet, number one. They're not legal. It's gambling. They're not, technically he's in Utah, he's not supposed to be gambling at all. I will tell you, he is entering legal hot water with a couple different things. But tonight I do want to bring up the individuals and like any of the girls, if you're in here right now, and then I know I have changing lives. So we'll get everybody up here. And I'm going to do the fixed panel for now. And
the women might be running a little bit late.
It's all good. If they are, I can always show the video of some of the items that he's giving away. Oh, I hate when it does that. And then we can go from there. But is Desiree? I don't remember her from last night.
So if you ever see the page "Tatted is a Liar,"
Oh, yes, that's her.
That's her.
Okay. All right. Hello.
Hi.
So I know we're missing I Like Your Butt. Alyssa mentioned maybe sending her a message if someone could and letting her know.
I sent her a share message.
Okay. And then Maya, I Like Your Butt.
Jaylee.
Jaylee. Okay. So we'll give them a second to get in here.
I wanted to do with me was like
Guys, stop. I'm gonna mute it.
Hey Mallory, I also wanted to tell you that earlier you were talking about somebody else that was on the site,
Yes.
and there's actually a video of them two doing a battle. And if you go on the Tatted is a Liar page, there's a video of them two doing a battle where she's talking about that she was blindfolded, and basically they tricked her into doing a battle, and she did the blindfold, and nobody was there.
Ooh. I'll have to go look for that because that's interesting. I like seeing how people like that interact. Real quick. So while we're waiting on some of the people to show up, this is kind of him going through a few of the waffle
I'm
items.
going to call the other girls real quick.
New items that we just got tonight. We've got this 8-inch sterling silver Cuban bracelets. I used to have one I do have one just like
So
it.
this
See?
is the individual
It's the
we're
same exact
talking
one.
about tonight, you guys.
That's what it looks like on 8 inches. Beautiful, beautiful. And then we've given away 2 of these before. It's a sterling silver reversible black onyx with the opal. And this one is a size 8. So it's a little bit bigger than the last one that we gave away. And then next up, jewelry-wise, this is for my personal collection. It actually matched my ring and my bracelet. I don't know, I didn't like it. I saw it online and I fell in love with it, but I didn't like it as much. So sterling silver with the Ethiopian opal on an 18-inch sterling silver chain. Next up, it's a sterling silver size 7. So size 7, sterling silver. Can you see that? And it's cool. There's a blinged out heart ring. Once again, guys, not real bling. So the setting is sterling silver, but that is cubic zirconia. I wish it was a real diamond, but I ain't got the cheddar like that, okay? We ain't got it like that, Chad. Probably one of my all-time favorite cross necklaces. My only qualm is the gold overlay. So it is sterling silver. But it's got that gold overlay, and it says blessed with the cross on it. So fucking obsessed. If it wasn't orange, man, I would be rocking the shit out of this thing. So there's that piece. And then we got the designer jewelry. Guys, we've been doing these giveaways for about 4 months now. And I believe we've had Tiffany or 2 items of Tiffany for the last 3 months of it. And you guys can all thank Colleen. Colleen was the first one to bring Tiffany to my attention. Dude, the light is so hard. But it says, please return to Tiffany & Co., New York, 925. And then on the back, it says Tiffany & Co. 925. Kind of hard to see with the glare. Okay, very thick, very chunky. But yeah, you guys can thank Colleen. She was the one that initially put it into my head. Does come with the dust bag. And so much,
Right,
I like this
classy
so much,
Philly.
I went and I got my own piece. This is vintage Tiffany. They don't even make these ones anymore. But yes, there's that. And then next up, we got the Gucci glasses. Okay, so it comes with the Gucci cleaner, comes with the Gucci dust bag. And they're a little bit different, like us. They're a little bit different like us. So it says Gucci with the Gucci emblem there. Gucci made in Italy with the serial number. And then this part, super, super cool. Excited, it's so weird. It only has it on the one side, but it's got the B Gucci emblem. So there's that. And then speaking of Gucci, we've also got this from Gucci Beauty. It is a sampler of 9 perfumes and colognes. So there's 6 women's and 3 men. With one of them being my all-time favorite. It's the Gucci Flora Gardenia for females. It smells incredible. And then it's also got Gucci Guilty for the men, which smells amazing too. And then the only scent that is better than Gucci Flora, this Black Opium, but this one has cherry, so it's a little bit different than the OG Black Opium. But I think, honestly, I think it's a little bit superior. It smells incredible. There's a reason they call it Black Opium, right? It's addictive. It's incredible. And then we also got this really cool G-Shock watch.
Now, I will tell you the watch has wear and tear scratches on it, too.
So it's got the mirror finish.
Which you can see pretty up close.
Really hard to capture the metallic color. It's almost glittery, but it's not. It's just kind of shiny. So there's that watch. Could be girls or guys. And then this is for my personal collection. It is a pilot watch. It's made from Chase Durer. And it's also got these for different time zones. And like I said, it's got a timer on it. It's got an alarm, stopwatch. Super, super cool. Swiss sapphire glass. And they don't even make these anymore. Okay. So there's that. And then, and then the other thing before I go over the grand prize is check out.
And then the grand prize. I'm just going to skip to the grand prize.
But here's the serial number. If you go to Louis Vuitton Authenticator code, you type in capital MI1000. It shows that it has a production date of 2000.
Honey, he's not selling.
So yes, it is a 24-year-old purse. It's vintage.
He's like a secondhand store. No, he's not.
Gus,
if you've been around here, you know to wait. Justice for Alyssa, do you want to come up? I saw you're in the chat. Just let me know when you're ready. I haven't seen I Like Your Butt yet. I did send you an invite too. But for anyone coming in, those were entry gifts into his waffle that you can win when you send him money. The issue is, number one, he shouldn't be hosting any waffle because it's illegal to do without a license. And he's from Utah, and technically it's gambling, so he shouldn't be doing that at all. However, he's very shady. He has threatened women. He has not delivered on at least one big item prize that I know of, and basically ghosted those girls, even though technically he owes them the equivalent of that in cash since he didn't do it. But Alyssa, I'm going to let you go first. Sorry, I can't remember your first name. I apologize.
That's okay. So I wasn't prepared, but I'm here. I kind of sound like a man because I just woke up from a nap. And you will hear my dog barking. But I'm going to do the best I can to go through unprepared, okay?
You're good.
All right, so my name is Melissa. I'm 42. I'm on this app because my daughter was unalived in May. And I came on the app to look for attorney recommendations, GoFundMe promotion, and awareness, and put her story out about 5 months ago. And that is my purpose on the app. I haven't even completed my story time because it's a complex situation and I've been bombarded with 2 events of drama, this guy being one of them. So it seems like the first bout of drama is done and over with, and now this one. And I just think it's really pitiful that people are doing this, but people are doing this to just for myself, a mourning mother. Okay. And just because I come on here and I talk a lot of crap when I'm pissed off and I can be assertive and angry and all those things, doesn't mean that when I get off this app that I don't cry my eyes out daily. All right. When it comes to Tatted James, his community that he has built on TikTok is around, in plain English, people with mental health issues and the mentally ill. So shame on him quadruple for that. All right. So when I came on the app, and this is just my personal story, and then everyone can share theirs. A lot of my needs was to promote the GoFundMe, but because there is 10 scammers per one normal person on this app, that was very hard for the people that actually need it. All right. But it is what it is. I was somewhat successful, but I had a lot of repeat following and I didn't want to bombard them every day, and pull the help me, I'm poor card, So I started looking into other ways to raise funds for my daughter's attorneys, her exhuming of the body, and so on and so forth. So hold on one second. Let me take a drink before I choke on you guys.
You're good.
So I knew from during COVID, a couple oh, sorry. I know sometimes that word is sensitive here, but I knew from during C19 that a few ladies, I live in New Jersey, they lived in PA, they were running waffles that were really successful on Facebook, and I was in a ton of them, and I got a ton of stuff, and it was a good time. However, one of them went to jail. She raised so much money that she was able to buy her house in PA. I don't know the amount, but to buy a house, it's running at least, even in PA, $200K up. Well, she's in jail now. So I came across James. Just keep that in mind. I came across James, I don't know, maybe a month or two, a few months ago. And I was battling. Sometimes I battle, not often, but sometimes I battle, and then sometimes I'll have, instead of it being so serious every night when I was consistent online, we would have a girls' night or a one day off and have a good time. So he requested to battle me. I was scared upon his looks, but one thing that my daughter always got on me for was judging. So I try not to judge him. When I pulled out of going live every day and needed a break from the first bout of drama I had on this app, I went on the other side of TikTok and just started scrolling, taking it back to before my daughter passed, where I would watch funny videos, go on lives, blah, blah, blah. So I was scrolling one day, saw him, he was having his mental health, and I'm like, this is wonderful. This man turned his life around. He's not on rugs. He is a success story. And not only is he that, but he's helping others with the mental health. And I would listen to their stories, and it brought me back. And I was like, okay, I'm locked in. This is great. I went up in the box one time. He would always shout me out when I would come in because of my following, I'm assuming, because he wouldn't shout out other people. But I never once went on there advertising her GoFundMe, my CA, none of that stuff. Even when the chat would send me condolences and say hello to me, I was respectful to his platform and said, no, we're here for James and his things, da, 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 da. So everything was fine. Then, let's see. I stayed there for about a week, not even. And I saw that he was doing the loveaways, or whatever you want to call them. And I was like, oh, this is even better. This is even better. This is my home. This is my group. I love doing stuff like that. It's not my, hold on one second. Let me let the dog in. Come on. It's not my responsibility to check your legal paperwork and stuff like that. What you do or what you risk with your own life, that's your problem. I know that I'm clear on my end, being a participant. So, you don't go to, what do they call that? Those Chinese auctions that they have, the coach bag bingos and all those things. You don't go in and say, can I see your license and permit? Okay. So my job also, I work for the municipality and we run a lot of those things. So I know you need, oh, this dog. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. Come outside and stop it. Bad boy. Come on. So I know you need permits and certain things like that. So I actually messaged him one day. I think it was before I got into the participation myself. And I have the messages I could show you. And I said, listen, not my business, but, is this, legal? Oh, yeah, I'm not washing money or anything, so why not? I was like, well, these are the reasons. And I think this is a good idea. I wanted to know and save the footwork and see if he could tell me how he has it legal. Maybe there was a way around it on the app or something so that I could do it. Not like he does it, but actually maybe go purchase a real bag, let's say, and have entries and take that profit that I'm making that's known to the people, okay, known to the people, and put towards my needs, my financial needs, right? So I never did it because his reply was shady. And I was like, I don't have time for this. I don't want to get wrapped up in anything illegal, right? Yeah. So I let it go. Then I started joining his. And the reason I joined his, and I'm not embarrassed to say it, I've been very vocal about it. It was a very big mistake and a foolish, irresponsible decision. But I said to myself, well, I can go in his waffles, right? Mm-hmm. And I can drop so much that my odds of winning will be great. And then what I could do is I could take that, let's say I dropped $500 on an LV bag, right?
Yeah.
I know there's a chance to lose. And that's the part that's STUPID, right? But I knew if I overwhelm that most likely I will win something and it will be of significant value, which I did a few times. So then I said, okay, well then if I spend $500 on an LV bag, I can go sell that for $15 and profit $1,000. And oh my gosh, this is wonderful. Very poor decision making on my end. But that's what I did. Not once, not twice, not thrice. I've done it to the tune of roughly $4,000. Okay. Yeah. So, but the good thing was that I was winning. So my theory was working. Okay. Well, some of the stuff I won in the beginning was lower cost. It was like a Coach bag, you could almost call it costume jewelry. He says it's sterling silver. It was children's sized necklaces, just like not great. But then he had a really nice LV Speedy, and I'm like, there we go. That's the big kahuna. I'm going to drop and get on that one. And I won. I won it, okay? And supposedly there were surprises inside. Now, his last bag with surprises inside were a pair of LV sunglasses. So I'm like, oh, this is wonderful. So I receive it. And hold on one second. I received the bag. This is my second shipment that I received from him. And keep in mind, he does a lot of these Loveaways waffles and his community all around in the name of God, too. Just keep that in mind, all right? In my first package, I received like a baseball type card, picture of Jesus, all right? Now, I am not super religious. I dabble in all religions, but I do believe, and I think that is just disgusting that he's doing this all, especially under the name of God. So I received this bag. It was locked with the LV lock. I literally had to pick the lock. Thank God I know how to pick a lock from my younger brother that was a career criminal for 20 years, okay, and didn't have to go buy the key. He definitely locked the purse on purpose to deter me from getting into it, okay, for a couple days. Then during that time, like that same night, I believe it was, that I received the item, he had another giveaway that I was already entered in. In that giveaway, I had won AirPod Pros second generation and a gold cross chain. I've never received them because what I could have done was called him out after I received those items. But at this point, I had lost so much money and knew this bag was fake, and I lost my shit on him. I said, fuck it. I already lost this much money. I really don't care about the AirPod Pros and the gold chain too. So I called him out on it. He has sent text messages saying from him with his phone number that I have put up and will put up again. If it's doxing, it's doxing. It is what it is. Okay. That he got this bag at a store called the Lady Bag Store in Salt Lake City, Utah. Called her. Called the owner, have it on recording. It is a one-party consent state. So is my state. And recorded the whole conversation. Her and her parents are the owners. They're the only employees there. They have never seen him nor his creepy little wife. Okay? They are also by appointment only, so it's not like they could come in and miss them. He has told everyone on many videos they're so close, they call each other by first name. And he did prior to this exposure, say that that's where he gets all his bags from. This bag is so fake. I will show it to you in a second. It's sick. He wanted me to send him the bag back. Absolutely not. That is my proof for when I take you to small claims court with your fingerprints all over the lock that you were playing with and the bag. That is my proof. I am clearly... Police aren't going to waste their time fingerprinting this bag. They might not, but I'm not sending it back to you. That's the reason I didn't send it back. In case he tried saying that I didn't get this from him and I did a swap out, I have a video unboxing the bag. So he can't do that with his address on it because I was so proud that I won it. I was going to post it on my backup account. Okay. During this time, he had text messaged me about Heather M. I have the screenshots of that as well that have been posted up where he was upset with her and said he was going to choke this bee out with his bare hands. He has done so much damage, okay? But again, I'm only talking about what he's done with me. He's blocked me on every sort of communication. I made a police report immediately. I have, oh, thank you. You're better than me. I have went online, for awareness so other people don't lose their money. Heather M had confirmed also that her bags were fake and so on and so forth. Let me think, what else? I think that's pretty much the gist of it on why I am where I am. He is completely flipping the script of the whole situation, turning it into about him, and thank God his mental health is okay, or he would unalive himself. At no time is he thinking about any of us and our mental health and what we're going through. When you're on this app, you're, as a creator, you care about what you've worked into and earned and stuff like that as far as following in people. And it's really an unfortunate, crazy situation. I have nothing but anger and honest hate towards him. Like, I am just disgusted with him. Unfortunately, a lot of the bickering came about because of another creator I had a problem with and their following and stuff like that. I had one stalker on this app that keeps coming around. She's running around now with James, but she's pretty much irrelevant. And a lot of nitpicking, but none of this is going to be pinned on. He keeps going back to Heather and I having an argument. That's irrelevant. Irrelevant to the max. I received a fake bag, sir. Okay. It doesn't have a serial. I'm going to show you guys the bag real quick.
You get a big box to you.
Yeah. If you guys don't know about, high-end items and stuff, do your research. To my bare eye, and I don't have many high-end items, but do your research. It's very easy to spot a fake. I can't even, hold on, wrap my head around why he would choose me to do something so foolish with, especially knowing that I am a creator and I am going to put it out there. He could have done it to someone with, like, come on, one following. I just don't understand why come on.
I feel like he probably thought it was going to fly and you wouldn't notice it. And
how?
Yeah, I mean, some people, I guess, are just really bad at it or don't realize it. And I have a feeling he probably felt like if you won one and you didn't say anything, like, it would look better on him. And I think he probably got cocky because you said at this point you'd already entered like several and gotten some items already. So honestly, I don't think they really think it through, but I just think he got cocky and he didn't think you were going to notice.
I think so too, but I mean, you guys know someone's going to care more about an LV bag over a Coach bag.
Yeah.
Like, use your brain. So this is, I'm sorry, my table is a mess, but this is the LV bag. And you guys see, this is my daily bag. It's $100 bag. You know what I mean? But I still know my stuff. So the first thing.
You have to turn your camera on just so you know.
It was on.
There we go.
So, this was the first thing I noticed. And I'm just going to leave this here. If you guys can screenshot it so you can come back and look at it later. If you know, you know. See all the logos? LV would never have them halfway cut off in different sizes. That one compared to this one, you see the difference? Small, large. They would never. On the seam, and they just would never, you know.
Yeah.
Some things are really hard to see. That's not even scuffed. That's just really bad plating.
Yeah.
Inside the bag, unfortunately, I can't show you guys. Like, it's very hard to tear this bag inside out. But there is no serial number to be found anywhere in this bag. Anywhere. And then I thought, okay, well, there's no way it's a chip because this is a used bag. They didn't start doing the chip for the past few years. I think since C19. There isn't a serial number anywhere to be found. I don't know if the lock is real or not. I doubt it is. I don't know. Really doesn't matter. But you can see the difference in the cheap, light zipware. And hold on. If you can see, hold on. No, it's very hard on the camera. But do you see the cracks?
You can see it, yeah. I
Yeah.
can. At least I can see it, yeah.
If you look up an LV Speedy, these are also not the shape of the clips, okay, whatsoever. Again, the logo up here is not terrible. This is also, it's very embedded, the imprint. LVs don't do that. But the main giveaway was this. That was just like, you can't get around that. So
I feel like the X too, it doesn't feel like they're the same length. Like, it almost feels like the top two aren't in line with the bottom two, or the left.
I never even looked at that.
Yeah, I think they'd be like perfectly aligned, but the right side, they almost look like they're in a little bit more than the left.
Yeah, you're good. I never noticed that. I just knew that the logos don't do that. They would never. So this was the $20 purse that I was sent. The surprise inside I guys, I just can't even look at this purse. It like sickens me. The surprise that I was set inside, I don't have it with me right now. It was a $20 used watch. Sells on eBay for $20. I guess it was his. And hold on. There was a really, just give me 1 second.
She's not saying the bag was $20. She's saying that he sent her a $20 bag. IDG.
Right. Yes. And there was a bottle of Burberry perfume.
Okay.
Probably the worst smelling one that I've ever smelled. And it was unused. It was wrapped, but I'm thinking that might be fake as well. So that was the big grand prize. He then obviously did not honor, and everyone in his chat knows I won the AirPod Pros. And the gold chain, he never sent that on top of it. In fact, he put it in the next drawing. So people are basically like receiving stolen merchandise. And then I think that was with the AirPods. And then with the gold chain, I'm pretty sure he sold it to one of his followers. I have a screenshot of the woman. So I lost a lot of money. I lost a lot of money. A grand total, like I said, around $4,000, which is just disgusting. I have the messages that I told him I will settle for what I put into that drawing, which was around $2,000. He says, okay, but mail me the bag. I'm like, no, I'm not going to mail you the bag because you're just going to keep the bag and take off like you do to everyone else in the past. Like, I'm not going to do that.
And just to clarify, this wasn't just like 2 raffles. This was, you entered a couple more than
I entered 3 total.
Okay. All right.
3 total. And this was the second one.
Okay.
So, yeah, so I did make a police report. I went directly over to the sergeant in that city to answer JOS's question. Unfortunately, you have to do a lot of these things in your hometown, but just because I know the ropes, unfortunately, with my daughter, I was able to start that up over there, and they were helpful. I did tell the owner of the store what's going on. She's involved too. I submitted all of my stuff over there, but I'm going to have to, I know I'm going to have to take him to small claims court for this, and I'm probably not going to get paid on it for years and years and years. So that money is gone. I know it's gone. It is what it is. I will be following up in small claims court, but, money can be replaced. And I do have a little wiggle room. There was a time where I didn't have wiggle room, and I'm just thinking about the people that are putting their last dollars into this stuff. And I've been there before, so it's not to knock them down. That's really fucked up. And I'm not the only one. This goes way back. Shame on me. I was fooled, and I definitely feel, STUPID. It is what it is, but as I brought awareness about this, he completely lost his mind, kind of understandably, but he has made out so many lies that have to do with my deceased daughter that's really bothering me. And I probably shouldn't even say that because now that he knows it's bothering me, and he's probably watching right now, or his crew, he's going to do it more. So before I forget too, he also doxed my personal information that I asked him to never do. He took my personal cell phone number, not a text now number, and put it in a Discord with about 400 mentally ill people. Not once, not twice, but like 3 times. He's probably doxed my address, but I think what got to him is that I'm not scared. I'm not scared of the 2 people that are involved in unaliving my daughter that live 20 minutes away. I'm not going to be scared of him. So I went public, I tried to do it the best I could, but, you have like anger and resentment and all those things. And he just keeps making up lies. He's saying that the money I spent was from my daughter's GoFundMe, and I told him that. It definitely was not. I can prove every dollar in that GoFundMe, and shame on him for even fucking saying that. And then he just keeps calling my daughter like the DEA, D girl, and stuff like that. And all I can say is be careful, because I'm not the only one in this world that has or will lose a child. And when you act like that, karma comes around. And I'm not like threatening or anything like that. I mean, just life's full circle. You know, you need to think of what you do and say to people. Don't think it won't come around and get you. Because especially when you're doing this all under the name of God, God works supposedly in mysterious ways. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it is what it is. That's where I stand. I let the people in the boxes and that are coming in the boxes use my platform to get the word out more. I said I would devote a week at least to that, and we've done that. We've been in touch, but I mean, my schedule is much more crazy on the outside, but I try to like be in touch with them. And all of their stories, all of them are valid. I have seen them with my own eyes, heard them with my own eyes. So he can try to silence them, but not me.
Real quick, was Sarah up in the box yesterday with us, I think?
I don't know if Sarah.
Okay.
And I should clarify
was not.
people.
Jules and Maya were with me.
That's right. Okay. I have a couple people who I'm still waiting on, guys, so I'm not going to take anybody else just yet. Sorry.
So Maya might not, Jules might not be here tonight because her account did get bananaed yesterday.
You're kidding.
It did?
Yeah.
Yeah. She was on live and it just went off. I went into her box very late after Mallory got off, and I went into her box. I hope it wasn't something that I said. That's why I'm spelling the S word too, because TikTok will do that for the most random. But that's pretty much it. Mallory, do you have any more questions?
I don't have any questions per se. I do want to emphasize though, you guys, because I know a lot of times people think, oh, I could never be that person. This wouldn't be me. Like, how could they not have noticed? And I want to emphasize that he really took advantage of somebody who was in a state of grief, who had a tremendous loss in her life. And we can, at the end of the day, sit here and say that we would never do something, or we would have noticed, or anything like that. But we really don't know how we would react or interact with that individual in that moment. And so I just want to emphasize that, because I think it's important to remember that individuals who are scamming people are taking advantage of them. And people like TattedDrunk look for people who are in a moment of vulnerability. They look for people they're going to be able to easily gain the trust of, because those individuals are going to require the least amount of work and effort to gain the most amount out of it. And sadly, it's a level of narcissism, of sociopathy, I think, involved, where they don't care about the pain and suffering of anyone else. They're literally just a con artist trying to pull out a successful con. And, you know, we can sit here and say all day, how would you not know that wasn't a real LV bag before he showed it? But I can tell you, I've watched him show an LV bag online. Mm-hmm. And unlike the one with you, he's even got like a code to give you and things. And mm-hmm. Even people sitting here in the chat last night were like, that's not real. Like they could tell, but I can't tell.
Right. So I wouldn't be able to either, unless I had that bag with me. Yeah. I wouldn't be able to either. And I just didn't do my research. And I feel so bad on myself, because I do not walk around like ditsy doo-dah. Like, I'm pretty good with, I just feel really fooled. Like, out of I don't know.
Well, and Melissa, I can't prove this, but you know, he is married. He says he's not, that they're legally divorced. I called the Salt Lake City county clerk's office and asked, like, hey, is divorce records, are those public records? And they said, oh yeah, absolutely, that would be all public record. There's no record at all of a divorce. So he's still legally married, but of course, you know, he's going to make more money, because for some reason people just think he's this good looking you know, buff guy, you know,
Oh.
and so he uses his looks to his advantage, and if he appears single, he's gonna make more money, right? But what I want to say is he is married, and I truly like this is my opinion. I cannot prove it, but I really think that he bait and switches because, like the bag that I won, I could swear that he showed a serial number, but I received the bag and there is no serial number. The stitching inside of it is horrible. The color, it's not even the right red. It's a much darker red than what the real bag is. I did find the actual bag on the Louis Vuitton website, and there's so many things. Same with Melissa. Like I think I sent you some pictures of it, Mallory, on Instagram, and it's horrible. Like,
Real quick, is one of my mods, can you please film emo because someone's saying Temple OD. And I don't know what he's saying about it. Sorry. Okay. I'm pulling up the photos. I'm going to send one to my phone.
And just for the record, too, that is one thing I forgot. He has also been saying that a lot of these women are scorned. Thank you, Heather, because I completely forgot about this.
yes.
A lot of these women are scorned because he wouldn't, quote unquote, clap cheeks with them. What my personal life is with my husband and what I do in my private life with anyone is my business. But I had to put it out there because of him. Him and I did exchange messages. They were not graphic, too much. There was no pictures, no this, no that. But I put a message to him also that I'd be in Salt Lake City, Utah, September 26th. And I said in that message, and I could post it up later. I can come back in and post it up. I have to get my screenshots in order. But I said, listen, we can do A, B, C. We could hang out, have a deep conversation. We could sit literally and make prank phone calls and joke around, or blah, blah, blah. It is what it is. That's what I said. But right under, he says, absolutely, I'm so down. Lock me in for that date. So he's just trying to make people feel bad. I mean, we're all of consenting age. None of us are children. Shouldn't even have to explain when people do have private, intimate conversations, but I'm just going to put that out there. Yeah, this is Heather's.
And then one of the other pictures I grabbed was like this one where I feel like
look at the inside. You can see where there's white stitching. Louis Vuitton would never do that. They would never sell something like that for, you know, a $2,000 purse. There's no way. Yep, and also on the bottom it cuts off again like Louis Vuitton would never do.
I feel like the fabric too, like I don't know designer purses that well, but it like I feel like it would photo better. Like it almost looks kind of good.
Well, and I will tell you, it like he I don't know what he used on it, or maybe his wife used on it, but they put some kind of like polish on it. It's, you know, to make it feel like the leather was I don't know what they were thinking, but it smells so bad. Like just the smell of it is horrible. And I've told that to Melissa since day one that I got it. Like it's used and it stinks. Like you just touch it and the smell is on your hands. Like it's horrible. Like I just have to have it in a bag. I had it in a tote and I opened the tote and it just stunk. I don't know what it is. It just smells like a 90-year-old cheap perfume. I don't know. It's just a horrible smell. Yeah, my husband said it smells like ass. Literally, it's gross.
That's what I thought too. It kind of looks like cheap felt almost.
It is cheap felt. Yes, absolutely.
Heather, do you want to share kind of your story a little bit more?
Yeah. So, you know, I'm not sure what Melissa spoke on, but so this kind of did start with Melissa and I. We had a falling out, and he tried to play both sides. So he was, you know, telling me, oh, she's just going to get bored. You know, she's another creator. I can't block her. I don't want her to cause problems for our family. Just leave her alone, let her be. And I was like, okay, whatever. Well, I had not said anything to her, done anything to her. And I just kept getting like, I would go on live and I was still moderating for him, and he'd just make digs at me, you know, like, this is all because one of my mods and another creator decided to get into an argument. And because what he was doing was he was accusing me of reporting him, of having his page bananaed. And I was like, Tatted, I was like, I will literally send you screenshots. And I did. I sent him screenshots of every account that I'd ever, you know, reported, whether it be like these stupid scamming pages where they're like, oh, let me be your I just want to give you money or coins. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to report this page. So yes, fake profiles, I would absolutely report. I had never, ever reported him. I went so far as to offering him my login information, which I have sent those messages to Mallory. She's got to read all of them. Well, one day I was driving home and he sent me a very, really, really like rude message just saying like, you can take your sorry and shove it up your ass. Like, you know, I don't believe in the word sorry. I don't think that it's not that I think you reported me. I just think that you and her, basically me going into her live and finding out that he was playing both sides is what pissed him off. Like, he was pissed because I called him out on it. I was like, hey bro, like, you just said, like, I you know, like, you don't really want anything to do with her. You're just gonna ignore her and you're gonna, you know, have her get bored, basically. And so he just told me I was a fucking bitch. I could take my sorry and shove it up my ass. Don't hit him on his line saying that I did anything because I cared about him and that he would be blocking me. Well, he did. He blocked me. And then before he blocked me, let's just say, I did say, you know what, the way that you've been acting, Tatted, I don't even want to mod for you anymore, and I really don't care to be a part of your page any longer. However, back in May, I did win a tattoo trip. He was supposed to pay for round-trip airfare from Washington, where I live, to Salt Lake City, Utah. He was going to pay for 2 nights of the Airbnb, and he was going to pay for a half-day tattoo session with his tattoo artist. He was going to be covering the costs of food, everything. It was like a all paid-for trip to Salt Lake City for this tattoo giveaway. So that was back in March. We were supposed to go June 14th, 15th, and 16th. Another person, Jules, who was in here last night, her and I each won this trip. So I did tell him, I said, you owe me for the trip. I said, I've done my research and, you know, I'll be nice even. All you have to pay me is $1,000 because that is what a half-day tattoo session in my area costs. I had also sent him a beautiful designer purse, a Kate Spade purse that I had paid $250 of my own money for. It still had tags, brand new, that he gave away in his waffle. And then $210 that had been sent to him for giveaways within that week that he was supposed to give me entries for. But he blocked me and did not give me those entries. So I told him, you need to pay me the $1,000 for the tattoo giveaway. You need to pay me the $250 for the purse and the $210 since he would not be moving my entries and had blocked me. I said, I will, you know, because there's been a few other people that have called him out and said that they didn't get what they were supposed to. And I never heard about anyone suing him. And so I just said, I will ruin you. And what I meant is I will ruin you in the courts. I will sue you. You fucked with the wrong person. I'm not afraid of you. And I'm not going to just shut up and walk away and let you take all of this from me. That's not me. So what he did was he posted that response in his, can we say Discord? The cord, D-cord. I'm not sure if I can say that word, but anyways, he posted, so he doxed me. He posted my phone number and that message to him and said, this bitch is trying to ruin my life. Like, look what she said to me. She threatened to unalive me. And I was just like, wait a second. Like, nowhere in that message did I threaten to unalive you. But it was him projecting, because then I found out from Melissa that same night he responded to her and threatened to unalive me. He said he was going to choke that bee with his bare hands. So it was just projecting. I never threatened to unalive him. He threatened to unalive me. Again, he never followed through on the tattoo giveaway. He said that he had to cancel it because his attorney told him that it would be not a good idea to fly strangers out to Salt Lake City while he was going through some court stuff. Come to find out, he has a public defender. He does not even have an attorney. So his attorney would not advise him of that. They would not give him legal advice for something that they are not representing him for. So that was all a lie, just not to do the tattoo giveaway. Let's see, what else? Oh, he doxed my address. He has, oh man, what am I, he, every night since this has happened, this has been going on for 2.5 weeks. He's gone online and slandered me, lied about me. What? Yeah, he continued to make threats to us. We've been told that we are being stalked. His followers have said that we're being stalked. I woke up to several messages where him and his people